The Akshaya Patra Foundation has sent me a message and kindly asked to answer some questions for you. Here are my answers. Maybe you can connect some aspects with your life. First question. What does dream mean to you? Dreams are very important to me as they have influenced my life more than anything else. What I like about dreams is not just the feeling of dreaming or the idea of fulfilling them. The most precious things I get out of a dream are drive and direction where to move in life, as a dream creates a gap between my actual situation and the one I'd like to have. One of my childhood dreams has been to become an artist, a painter, musician or similar. When I've been 17 years old, I've realized that this dream is only gonna become true if I take action. So I've decided to send some of my drawings and paintings to an art agency. The agent called me and told me there's possibilities to work as a life caricaturist. Even though I'd wanted to create more traditional paintings instead of doing funny drawings, I took the opportunity and started performing as a life caricaturist. I've been incredibly nervous and feared people wouldn't accept my drawings. Luckily, feedbacks were mostly positive, but I've had to learn that one critical voice counts 10 times more than a compliment. So I went on and improved my skills on every job. Some of my family and friends weren't that convinced about my plans of doing this for a living, tried to tell me that I wouldn't have a secured income in the future. Actually, I'm glad about them not believing in this plan too much, because this made me work and fight even harder to prove them wrong. What you can see in this example is that it's always worth to stay open. I've had a slightly different idea for my future, but when I've gotten the opportunity to do the caricatures, I've seen this as a good start into the world of art. Meanwhile, I concentrate more on my paintings, mainly the speed painting performances. It's taken me over 10 years to discover this passion. Sometimes it takes time until a dream can be fulfilled, so use your passion and creativity and try to find ways to realize your dreams. What do you think that every child should have? I think the most important thing that every child should have are family and friends that believe in it, that support it through life, while it's finding and going its own way. A child should just be loved and appreciated for being who it is. This will help build up a good self-esteem. A childhood for a child could be compared to what a flight simulator is for a pilot. If a child has too much pressure and responsibility on it, it won't have the needed freedom to do what's in its nature, to play and learn. To make sure that a child can spend a bigger amount of its time playing and learning, or even better, learn by playing, it should grow up in a protected environment. Third question. What do you think the right opportunity can do for a child's dream? Opportunities are as important for children as they are for adults. For both adults and children, it's also important to find, see and take opportunities, because they don't come back. The world isn't waiting for you, so don't wait for the world. This is one of my life's mottos. 3 years ago, I've taken part in a talent show. As I had always wanted to move on from drawing caricatures to portrait painting, I came up with a speed painting performance. It would have been the easier way not to take part, and on stage, I've had my moment of regret. But today, I'm glad that I'd exposed myself and shown my skills. Of course, not everything we try will be successful. I've read once that we have to try 12 times on average. I've wasted lots of my times in rather successless projects. But often, when I'm looking back, they were good for something. Sometimes I've gotten to know a person who would open a door later on. Sometimes I've learned something from my future life. Or I've come up with an artistic idea on which a new style would be based later on. I'm convinced that it's worth to take every chance we get in life, if we always give our best, and of course this includes being nice and fair to the people around us. I'm sure that life will offer us new opportunities. Fourth question. What do you feel about giving every dream a chance, the Akshaya Patra initiative? I'm very happy to see the amazing achievement of the Akshaya Patra initiative. You provide fresh and nutritious meals to hundreds of thousands of children. I'm sure a child is more likely to follow its dreams once a stomach is filled. Or have you ever seen a car drive with an empty tank? I'm absolutely amazed by the productivity of your 40 high-tech kitchens, and I'd love to ever get to see such a kitchen. See how it makes roti and up to 100,000 meals. By nourishing amazing 1.7 million pupils, your organization surely inspires other countries to follow your example and build similar, highly efficient, automated kitchens. The technical achievements of the 21st century should first be used to finally get rid of world hunger, a problem that could be solved. It's a question of money, organization, and priority. I'm optimistic that people will get inspired to invest time and money for people in need once they see what an organization like yours achieve every day. People who share will make the experience to get back a wonderful feeling as they're providing something important to this world. I wish that all the people who help making this organization work are rewarded by exactly this positive, precious feeling. Fifth question. Our beneficiary kids have lots of talents and dreams. What would you like to tell them? Talents can be helpful when it comes to fulfilling a dream. If you work on your talents over years, you can develop amazing abilities. A very important factor is passion. It will motivate you to move on over years, centuries, and maybe even over all your life. Some children are as lucky as to have parents or a teacher who can help them develop a talent. Others don't. And others don't even want to have a teacher as they prefer learning on an autodidactic base. Most people are convinced that a teacher is essential to be able to learn, but not everybody knows that we can also take on this function ourselves. I can highly recommend you to getting to know the teacher inside you by splitting yourself into a student and a teacher now and then. When I do this, I become aware of weak points on which I can work on. Another thing, I'm convinced that every child has different talents, and it's a wonderful task to discover them over the whole life. At a certain age, you might search for possibilities to make a living based on your talent. Therefore, it's good to check if your dreams fit together with your talents. Of course, everybody has some weaknesses. So don't forget to also check if your dream requires abilities which you don't really have, or which are rather unrealistic to develop. It's important to also work on the weak spots, but they shouldn't be in your way. Another important question is the one if there is a way of how you can provide your gifts to the world. This will in the end decide if you will follow this dream and talent professionally or in your leisure time. Both ways are equally good, because both ways will make you live your talents and dreams. Give every dream a chance.